What this does is describe the average obliquity of the spinous processes. Right? And it is only the average, so it's not, when it's, okay, I suppose. So the first three, these are relatively horizontal. So the spinous process is level with their own vertebra. The next three down, they're a bit more oblique, so they're level with the disc between their vertebra and the one below it. The next group of threes are a lot more oblique, so they're level with the vertebra below their level. So the spinous process of T7 is level with the vertebral body of T8. Okay? Then the last three reverse that. So T10 spinous process is with 11, level with 11. T11's is with the disc between 11 and 12, and T12 is level with itself. Right? But that's only an average obliquity. The nice thing about the thorax is that you can feel these muscles, because when you're in close to the spinous process, because there's not an awful lot of muscle overlying. Now multifidus is particularly impoverished here. There's not at all big, so really the intrinsic muscle here, the larger one, is the rotatories, and it's not a big muscle. So you can actually feel the hump of each transverse process. Right? So there's absolutely no reason at all why you can't count down or count up. So, but to be honest with you, I don't know why we keep bothering counting anyway. When you get right down to it. Your only problem is, are you on C7 or T1 or C6? So the big one is typically C7. But don't worry about typical. Lift your head up for me. Don't lift it back. There you go, and relax. What will happen is that, assuming that C6 is mobile, do it again, and again, it'll disappear. It'll go slide forward and it'll disappear under your finger. That's 6. So whichever is the big one after that is going to be either 7 or T1. You can do it coming from the bottom up as well. One way of doing it is, if you run this hand down the spinous process, you'll drop into a hole. There's a dip there. And it feels actually like the supraspinous ligament's ruptured. What it is a small spinous process. Typically it's on 11. Okay. But I can also come up this way. If I find the lowest rib there, so I'm on the 12th rib, and I trace the rib in, as far as it will go until the erector gets in the way, I can do one of two things. I can either continue that line up to where it crosses the spine, that'll be T11, or I can come, T11, or I can come straight in, which will be T12. Right. But to be honest with you, the easiest way is just to count these transverse processes. And I really don't care whether that's T8 or T7 or T9, to be honest with you. Okay. But the intrinsics are palpated the same way as you do for multifidus. So you just come against the spinous process, the side of it, push down into the gutter. And again, you're looking for hypertonicity or hypotonicity, either a bump or a dip. Okay? And we'll worry about the ribs a bit later on. So having found all that, we can get it to extend. Now, from this point down, I can get it to do this, basically. Just relax your shoulders. Now, come up, but keep your shoulders rounded. There you go. And I can come in here, do this. Yeah. And all I'm doing is looking for that asymmetry. Then, having found it, we'll say this is back. I can push on it, and I'm going to push it that way, supro-anteriorly. Let's see what the glide is like. And I'll compare above and below. Yeah. Sit up for me. For the upper ones, where the reason is, again, these scapulae get in the way if they're not right. So the easiest one there is bring your head back for me. There. Should be there. Then I'll come in, palpate extension that way. And it's got one right there. So I can push that forward and see if it shifts, and it doesn't. So what I've got there, it feels jammed. I've got an extension, subluxation on the right, and this looks to be about T2, 3, 3, 4.